Hello, welcome guys to today's lesson. In this lesson, we are going to be looking at three critical things that matters in the market direction. Okay, so these are the three things that has a major effect on how the market moves. So first one is the market trend, the second one is the market cycle, and the last one is the market phase. Okay, so the market trend is a is the movement of the market in the short period of time, maybe in a month or 2 months or so. Okay, depending on the the time frame you are looking at. Okay, so you can have a market trend for an uptrend. We have an uptrend and a downtrend in the market. Okay, so the uptrend is when the market is going up, and the downtrend is when the market is going down. Okay, when price is going up, uptrend. When price is coming down, downtrend. Okay, so the next one is market cycle. All right, so market cycle, there are usually two types of market cycle: the bull cycle and the bear cycle. Okay, the bull market and the bear market. All right, so this market cycle is just a market trend, but in a longer period of time. Can be a year, can be 2 years, can be 6 months or so. Okay, so the market cycle is much longer than the market trend. The trend is just a shorter version of the cycle. Okay, so in the market cycle, we have the uptrend, the bull cycle, the bear cycle. The bull cycle is where the market is going long, going up for a long period of time, while the bear cycle is when the market is going down. That's going in the downtrend for a long period of time. Okay, and the last one here is the market phase. Okay, so this market phase is the thing that there are four market phases that characterize or make up either a trend or a cycle in the market. Okay, the phase is a kind of combination of the both cycles. Okay, the boom cycle and the bear cycle. So we are going to look at the phase very well and see what it entails. Okay, so here are the four market phase. Okay, so the first one is the accumulation phase. Okay, the second one is the bull market, and the third one is the distribution phase, which will give us the bear market. Okay, so this actually is how the market plays out. Okay, this is how the market plays out, how we get the cycles we get, and this thing repeats itself over time. Okay, because the market works with human psychology, because it's human beings that are in the market, trading the market. So history mostly repeats itself. Okay, so that tells us that what happens this year is probably going to happen next year if so and so thing occur again. For example, if there is an economic recession, stock market and other commodities, they are going to go down. Okay, so if that happens, you know that we are in the bear market where things are going down. Okay, and from the bear market, we come to the accumulation phase and others. So it mostly starts from the accumulation phase. Okay, let's take for instance a new coin is listed. Okay, when a new coin is listed or a new stock is listed, what happens? It is first in the accumulation phase where people get to accumulate as much as possible. So that will give an effect. So the effect will be the bull market. So when people buy that coin in much quantity, when much people get in, the coin is having much demand, the coin of the stock, the commodity is having much demand, that will give us a bull run. Okay, the market will go up, and up to a point of supply, it will begin to distribute. Okay, you can see that at this point the market will be in a kind of stable or consolidation movement. Okay, so at this point, it's neither going up or going down. So it will begin to distribute. People will begin to sell their positions. Okay, so when they begin to sell as much, it will create an effect in the market, and that effect will be the bear market. Okay, so from the accumulation you get the effect, which is bull market, from the bull market, we stop at the we stop to distribute, and from the distribution, boom, we now come back to the bear market, and from the bear market, people come in again to accumulate as much, and the market goes up again. Okay, so this is how the market works in a cycle. So the bear market and the bull market are cycles. Okay, so this bull market here is a market cycle. Okay, it can happen for a year or for 2 years or so. Okay, and the accumulation phase is the distribution phase is usually not too long, and after the distribution phase we move over to the bear cycle, and then it happens again. Okay, so when you are looking to analyze the market, first of all, find the market the phase of the market we are in at the moment. Okay, are we in the accumulation phase or the distribution phase, or in the bull market or in the bear market? Okay, so if you are in the accumulation phase, if you find out that this coin is in the accumulation phase, usually new coins are usually in the accumulation phase after after ICO, or even the ICO itself is an accumulation phase. Okay, so this is a time you as an investor will come in and buy as much, okay, and wait for the effect which will be the bull run. So in the bull run, at the end of the bull run, during the distribution phase, as as an investor, you are looking to sell. Okay, and if you don't want to sell at that at that time, you can actually leave it for the next bull market. Okay, so the next bull cycle will be higher than the other bull cycle. Okay, for every good stock or coin, that's how it works. Okay, like you can see here, I started the accumulation phase here, and here should be the next accumulation phase. Okay, that tells you that this one is lower than this one. Okay, so the next accumulation phase will be higher too. Okay, so as as the accumulation phase is higher, the distribution phase too will also go higher. So will the bull effect also go higher. So as a long-term investor, if you can be able to hold your position for 2 or 3 market cycles, you will be in great profit. Okay, so if you are not that long-term investor, you can usually buy at accumulation phase and hold on till we get to the distribution phase, then you sell off and wait for the next accumulation phase. Alright, okay, so this is it for the market cycles, trend and phases.